Assalamu alaikum and welcome to mathematics class for standard 7 chapter 12 symmetry part 1. In this chapter you are going to learn about symmetrical figures, shapes, lines of symmetries, reflections, their mirror images and much more. What is symmetry? Symmetry means balance or form, shape, things or figures which have evenly balanced proportions are called symmetrical. A shape is symmetrical when its two halves are mirror images along the line of symmetry. So here the line of symmetry's definition is here. A line that divides a figure into two parts such that when the figure is folded along the line, the two parts of the figure coincides. And what is rotational symmetry then? Means a shape which is divided into two halves from wherever you want. That means that figure could be divided into many points. From many points it could be divided. So this flower which is represented here is having a rotational symmetry. A figure has rotational symmetry if it fits on itself more than once during a full turn. Rotation through 360-degree, that is. The numbers of times it fits into itself is called its order of rotational symmetry. Now, line of symmetry that divides a figure into two equal parts. So this we could say that is a line of symmetry which is dividing this half and this half equally. That is left half and right half equally, right? So this is called line of symmetry. So we can say that everywhere where the line of symmetry is there, here also this line is a line of symmetry because it is dividing this star into two equal half. This is also a line of symmetry because this is also dividing the heart into two equal half. This is also a line of symmetry which is dividing a triangle into two equal half. And the important thing is that this part is always a mirror image of this part. We have to think this way, that this is dividing definitely into two halves, but one more condition we have to apply then, and then only the line of symmetry is a line of symmetry. That is, one part is actually the other part's mirror image. Then only it has been divided into two symmetrical halves. I hope you understood, student. Now let's move ahead. I have taken one figure here and I have drawn one line of symmetry to check whether my line of symmetry is the correct line of symmetry or not. So I have drawn this yellow colored line. You could see this is the line of symmetry, but when I fold it, this fold has come up till here only. It has not reached till the peak of this triangle, right? This means this has not covered the another half completely. So this condition also tells that the one half should completely covers the other half, then only the line of symmetry is a correct line of symmetry. So this line of symmetry, is it correct now? No, I have drawn a wrong line of symmetry, right? Just to teach you, okay? So this is not the correct line of symmetry, right? The line of symmetry could be how, for this figure, it should be like this. This line of symmetry could divide. See, now this is exactly the mirror image of this. So the line of symmetry, this yellow is the wrong one, but what I have drawn with this red is actually the correct one. So you learned how to identify the line of symmetry. Good. Next we move ahead. I have taken one square and rectangle here and with the line of symmetry to check whether the square is diagonal. Now this is diagonal from one opposite corner to another opposite corner. If you are going to draw the line of symmetry, okay, then we have to check whether this is the correct line of symmetry or not. So I have folded from this line of symmetry this square part in this picture. Now it exactly overlaps. See, the pink portion is not seen with this white one, right? So this line of symmetry is correct for the figure square, right? Now let's check for the rectangle. For this rectangle, I have drawn one line of symmetry here. Now when I have folded the figure in this part, see, my one half is not exactly overlapping the another half. this is visible, right? But here it was not visible. See, the other part was completely overlapped with the one mirror image. So this should happen. This should happen, then only we can say that the line of symmetry is the correct line of symmetry. For square it was right, but for rectangle it is wrong. This line of symmetry is not line of symmetry, because here the halves are not divided into the mirror halves, that is mirror images. Hope okay, you understood. Next, now let us see regarding the shapes. That means the letters. Here I have taken shapes as a word, different letters it is having. Check it here already. They have provided, the picture is actually providing you the right and wrong, that whether this shape is having any line of symmetry or not. Now look at this S shape. Here when you are going to draw the line of symmetry, your this half is not the mirror image of this half, right? Whether you draw like that vertically also, then also this half is not the mirror image of this half. This means S is not having any line of symmetry. But look at H. When you draw this, this is exactly the mirror image of this, right? And suppose you draw vertically this way, then also this part is actually the mirror half of this part. So this is how this part is exactly the mirror half of this. Yes, this is having two lines of symmetry, vertically and horizontal. Now let's check for another A shape. This is line of symmetry where this A is having the mirror image this part, this way, right? So even this is having one line of symmetry. Look at P. P does not have, because if you are going to draw a line of symmetry like this, then this part is having the P curve, but this does not have. This means P does not have any mirror image, that is mirror reflection. Suppose you draw vertically. So vertically one column comes here, but round comes here. So here again we can say that P is not having any line of symmetry, not even one line of symmetry. Now look at E. E is having one horizontal line of symmetry, because this half is matching with this half, but not having vertical. See, this is vertical. If we divide the E into two equal halves vertically, then this is having one rectangular column, and here three lines are there. So mirror halves are not matching. It should match, then only our line of symmetry is correct. So we can say that here only one line is correct, right? Only one mirror image, one line of symmetry is right, because this part is exactly matching with this part. So this is having only one line of symmetry. You understood, student? Now let's move ahead. In this figure, we have to identify that which line of symmetry is correct for the figure. If it is correct, we will put right, and if it is not correct, we are going to put a cross. Okay, let's begin. Now this is your figure A. Figure A is having line of symmetry here. So can you tell me that whether this half is exactly equal to this half? No, this part is short. So even if you are going to overlap, it will come till here. Other parts will be visible. That means no. This is not the correct line of symmetry. You understood? Now let's check it out about this one. B. B is having this line of symmetry. So this half is exactly equal to this half. So we will put a tick mark. Yes, this is having exact line of symmetry. Could you see this figure? Yes, this mirror image is exactly equal to this mirror image. Again we are going to put right. This is also right. Here this, could you say, is it right axis of symmetry? Yes, this is also exactly right line of symmetry. Look at E. E we have discussed in our earlier slide. So we can say yes, this is also a correct line of symmetry. Look at this. This is making one M this side. So if we are going to see the mirror reflection, it could have been like this. But here they have provided the wrong figure. That means this line of symmetry is not the correct line of symmetry. So we will say that here also. So it was wrong here, right here, right here, right here. It was right here. Okay, but wrong here. Now look at this. Is it mirror half? Yes, mirror image. This part is exactly the mirror image of this. So we will put a right, that this line of symmetry is correct. Could you see this one? Line of symmetry is little half is here and more half is that side. So if you are going to fold this circle from here, it will overlap like this, right? So we can say this line of symmetry is not the correct line of symmetry. Okay, now look at here. Do you think this trapezium is also having the correct line of symmetry? If you are going to fold it here, this trapezium will look like this. So this part will be overlapping out of the vision, means it will be visible to us when you are overlapping. So this is also we are going to put across. This is not the correct line of symmetry. Could look at this. Is it right? Yes, this is the correct line of symmetry. Look at this here. Is this one is the correct one? Yes, even this is the correct one. Now look at this. When you're going to overlap this, just now I have showed you one paper, pink paper, and I folded, right? So this won't be the mirror reflection. It will not overlap completely. Some of the rectangle will be visible. The backside paper will be visible after the fold. So this line of symmetry is not the correct line of symmetry. You understood? Now let's move ahead. So what is actually the line of symmetry? Yes, the figure that can be divided by a line into two equal parts, then the line is called the line of symmetry, and that figure which could be divided into two equal halves, that is mirror halves, then that figure is called as symmetrical figures. Understood? Next, symmetry is having one side that exactly having the mirror image of the other. This we have discussed. So we can say that only any figure will have only one line of symmetry. So a line of symmetry divides a symmetrical shape into halves. So only one can do this? No, there could be more than one line of symmetry for a shape or a figure. Okay, let's see. Could you see this? There are three objects given, three shapes given here. Here one line of symmetry is here, right? Here one line of symmetry is there. This is the mirror half of this. Now look at this figure. From whichever dot you are going to see, it is going to overlap exactly. That means from every line is actually dividing the figure into two equal mirror halves. So many lines of symmetry are there. See, if you are going to count it, it is 1, 2, 1 this, right? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this 6, right? Now we are not going to overlap, only 6 lines of symmetry. How we came to know 6? Without counting like this also you can come to know, because the numbers of sides are 6. See, it's a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That means 6 sides could be divided into 6 equal halves, right? So this is having how many lines of symmetry? 6. This figure was having how many lines of symmetry? 1. This figure is having how many lines of symmetry? 1. Understood? So a figure may have more than one line of symmetry. Next, look here. Some figures are actually given to you with the numbers of lines of symmetry. See, this heart is having 1 line of symmetry, a triangle is having 3 lines of symmetry, this square is having 4 lines of symmetry, this circle is having infinite numbers of symmetry. That means all over, from all the side. Such symmetries are also called as rotational symmetry. It is also called as rotational symmetry. We can rotate our symmetrical line. That means, okay, move ahead. Now, we have to identify here in this picture that which figure are having the correct line of symmetry. If the figure is not having the correct line of symmetry, we will put a cross. You understood? So let's start. This figure is having correct line of symmetry, right? So we will put right here. Okay, this is having right, this one is having right. Okay, now which one? This one. Is it right? Yes, this is also right. Now let's see the next one. Is this right? No, this is the wrong one. This is not having the correct line of symmetry. Look at this. Is it having the correct line of symmetry? Yes, this is having the correct line of symmetry. This one? Yes. Look at this. Can you think? Another one is the right one? No, this is a wrong line of symmetry. Look at this one, another one. Yes, this is also right. Look at this. The figure is only not proper, right? So this we can easily identify that this is having a wrong line of symmetry. Look at this. If you are going to overlap the triangular, this portion will come here like this, right? So it won't overlap this part and this part. So we can say this is also having a wrong line of symmetry. Look at this. This is having a right, this is also is having a correct line of symmetry. This is having a correct line of symmetry. Look at this. Yes, this part is it right? Look at this part. This is having a point here. So a mirror image will have a point here, right? So this is not a correct line of symmetry. We will put a cross. Look at the heart. Yes, we have discussed this thing. It's the right one. Look at this. The round will overlap and will come like this. So this is also a wrong line of symmetry. Understood? So you understood everything? We'll move ahead. So in this part, what you have learned? Line of symmetry divides the figure or shape into two equal halves. Line of symmetry exists only for symmetric shapes. Shapes may have more than one line of symmetry. The shape which does not have even one line of symmetry, then they are called as asymmetric shapes. That means they are not the proper shape to be divided into two equal mirror halves. I hope student you all have understood well what is symmetrical shapes and what are the symmetry or lines of symmetry, right? In our next part, we will move ahead with our new discussions. The shapes are having some dots or some figures in it. So we are going to move a little ahead in our part 2. Till then, keep practicing maths and develop your mathematical skills. Have a very nice day ahead. Thank you.